so ne ekosi san dwumade no wasogo so a utie na ma yenda mu nyina ase ne ma mo akwaba emfa momra ekosi san dwumade yi eso medin de yosai bonsu ma yemfa entwem se yakasa ye ne youth and sports minister na AD enkomo Kasa Efa African Games Basono Eho and matters arising. There are so many other issues in sports. Yebeshane yakahu insem. And sana mesai abane hobi no flumal triple action edra Action Pharmacy Limited akofa ede apa na eboa papa enye no nkomo visa post pay and so akahu flumal triple action very effective. Boa equotia nasal congestion and sinus problems and cold any flu de eba enti wo pebia bibia to no organ hebia obenya bi ato o pedodo to a obefre 0260 869 872 0260 869 872 and that's 0270 199 na one Action Pharmacy Limited into me in the enkomo sound so and DBS roofing as a free roofing promotion omugu so den omode bro a free roofing promotion nti no no omugu so e de eba say o buy ho na pese e bebo wo dan so ma what you pay a roofing sheet no installation the bebo swama free and ye wo Ghana ha be bia wo bia no you can take advantage one cry half free 0240 844 444 0240 844 444 na one yen into meaning komo DBS free roofing promotion home komo na mene wo AD a roofing sheet papa fie ene eho edmontion so emayen aya herbal industries so de eno won so be nan na abaje wo aya mango eno eboa ye memedro pa it fight erectile dysfunction and it stimulate blood flow ye wo aya fem eno so ye oba support timely ovulation and eboa ema nkusua oba eboa ema wutimi ewo ene ade no ehyimu kena ye wo aya men flow ye wo aya men vital and ye wo aya slim natural weight loss and it boosts your metabolism kama inti aya herbal industries no enumi bomodin na pibito aya mango aya fem aya men flow aya men vital and aya slim FDA aginu nyina atum o pedodo a 0508 758 701 na onso bomodin epibi eto ekosi sense higher Sempai FM honorable mamin san emra ohobio inti for the 29 sporting disciplines emu say na Ghana be participate in the na ye compete in
obi compete nyina
all the 29
yes because Ghana ye host to say competing so athletes are over compete total athletes they are about 500 team Ghana no.
Oh, okay.
Athletes are about 500 and they are competing almost all the
29.
Yeah.
Wow. Ain't for more and more calling for videos and they are no Oshe video where I don't know where this should be University of Ghana. In University of Ghana where rugby pitch na
where warm up track.
Okay, the warm up track
warm up track so VVIP no.
This is the main Legon stadium no any.
Yes.
Okay.
Where the main Legon sports stadium.
In the opening ceremony in the Bekoso Waha.
Almost say in the middle no.
Yeah.
Started the setup for the
setup for opening ceremony no.
Okay. VVIP no.
VVIP in the Legon stadium no.
Legon sports stadium.
Oh okay. And this should be changing rooms. In the Hano football Bekoso Waha and athletics
and athletics Bekoso.
Oh, okay.
And all the athletics, long jump, triple jump,
Okay. And the track and field events in Abekosoa. This is where the very recent video from Legon, right?
As of today.
As of today, saying the hotel. Yes. Oh, okay. And for more and more channel, Mubehu said the Nyoma AC. These are videos from University of Ghana and we so
Games Village
nini
Games Village
okay in the han athletes no ebeda And we are expecting how many athletes from?
We are expecting over 5,000 athletes from the rest
of Africa. 5,000 athletes.
Yes, I expect officials almost 3,000 in total.
Okay.
Athletes, officials, technicians, and volunteers is 13,000.
13,000.
13,000.
Wow. And the athletes 5,000 plus, officials bet 3,000.
Yes.
And
volunteers 3,000.
Volunteers 3,000.
3,000. And technicians also. I want to be 13,000.
Oh, okay. The VVIP looks really good. Indeed, the other videos and then we see facilities. So now yaba the other issue. They set up for opening ceremony with University of Ghana.
But your videos also are for Botiman.
Yeah, Botiman. We'll show the Botiman ones, and then we'll see. It will be a Botiman. The entrance, that's welcome to Accra 2023. Cars way
you are renting, for transportation for the athletes and officials.
Okay, but I don't know athletes there buses na
use buses
plus na use
for the
officials no. Oh, okay.
Per the protocol agreement host nation one also provided
cars nini bibia
cars buses are we use and a cars for the officials
Wow. And we know a Boteman, I suppose we are the President Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. For this Boteman, how many months now would you
that project 3 years. 3 years. But in challenges. Around 2020 they signed contract in challenges kakra. Such challenges you for 3 years now it be here. 36 months.
Okay. And I know, sir, for a project like this, because it involves Sika from the state, it was some parliament called approval.
Called cabinet.
Cabinet my approval.
And if you call parliament called approval. And sana facility, loan facility from Cal Bank. And also you approval. But and also you challenges after you approval. Car Bank after just one disbursement, disbursed that cano. A delay project for almost 13 months. Emma, Minister for Finance, as a different source of funding. And
the demand. How much did we budget for infrastructure?
Infrastructure is $195 million United States dollars.
195 million US dollars for infrastructure. And we Boteman the any Legon the
Boteman and Legon the
okay.
And a Games Village,
Games Village.
And a
Rugby Stadium. Okay. And the same budget na modi be say must see Accra Sports Stadium
kakra. See Accra Sports Stadium. I don't can
195 no.
And even hockey
pitch no.
They say yet because omo carpet. Eh there tofi Germany omo dey bus. Omo lace hockey pitch no because carpet no if he say a bit me aye juma say na omo officials be checking no say no carpet no
and fit for purpose. Na no mo betimi lay within days.
Once arrive in Ghana, almost 3 days.
And do you know when it is arriving in Ghana?
Most likely, I know be arriving Monday or Tuesday. Oh, because it is going to come by cargo flight.
Okay. Into $195 million, no? Is that what Parliament approved?
That's what Parliament approved.
In the man spending over 195.
Yeah, spending over
for the infrastructure. No? Man spending over 195.
Spending more than the
approved budget from Parliament. Yes. How about in the 195 for infrastructure? But I want to say to organize the games like that, they go beyond infrastructure.
Of course, there is a huge cost
for operations. And also, how much are we spending?
We are the budget that we have submitted to finance. Approval from the Chief of Staff. 47 $47.7 million United States dollars.
47.7 million US dollars for operations.
For operations.
Is that not too much? And also do.
Say oti abontia na say otia obeka say a dos scale a dos on but say church mu adiema de be ya wow your calculation we say ade no scan kra no anhwe ya na ankoso. Number 1, you be feed 13,000 people.
Why are we to feed athletes?
Yes.
Officials are
No. You feed the athletes, the volunteers, the chef de mission. So now no officials. No, you feed all of them. Apart from Anoka leadership, any AU leadership, hotels and any man. I saw video Games Village and I saw
protocols now for the games.
Protocols into if you are feeding, you're fun. Even so feed 13,000.
Yes.
That's a who feed you for 18 days. That's a every day biano. How much are you going to feed? Wow, you sure a day. Nipa baku biano. Send so woman breakfast, woman lunch, woman supper, and in between 24 hours. Anytime our athletes be snacks it should be available. So it's very huge cost.
Anytime our athletes be
24 hours, that's the standard of this.
It was a baby and that will be borne by the host nation.
The host nation. Until for example, say Oko Anajo 2 o'clock, that's a union and that's a baby so Banuma Oko restaurant.
Yes.
Per the way no I say restaurant and me unya some snacks be now udidi.
Oh, and apart from feeding, and then be on into a personal.
The next one, air transportation. Transportation, I say unya all vehicles, all the officials.
Yes.
Ebi oho your ministers of state. Your STC meeting for all the African ministers of state, for youth and sports ministers in Africa.
Yes.
Immediately after opening ceremony, no, your STC meeting you be decided the next country on be host until AU and the ministers of state in the best meeting Ghana and per the protocol agreement all the ministers in the cars Land Cruisers apart from that teams now about 54 countries so on your bus aside that officials say unya so many vans and knock for say unya individual be unya private car salon car na sell Land Cruiser AU chair and a commissioner and team from TCAG Technical Committee for the African Games no technical committee ni crowd bar flight nyina no host nation say wona motor flight bar and bus on several occasions and enye amount for say 47 million just for this game embra ya sha say local organizing committee no sha say ebedun there
preparations ni nyina up till now ni nyina was our operation budget. But your colleague
then apart from transportation, doping issues.
Yes.
They say there is no Africa apart from South Africa. I want lab with my sample with my test Switzerland and it is lab I Switzerland and medicals some tundru the bay wo sa medical center na me so yesinu se na be obi yare with my hwe and doping also say ye tue sika bi kura to ho and sana samples I want to number of samples I and be determine determine your friends cost no into all to yourself can go on say what your samples no say less o me be kid refund amamo until nyina ya there then who feel games management system you go world games management system company your friend Atos number 1 games management system omo subscribe for you engage you no manage your accreditation apart from accreditation broadcasters ebe command no your live feed and a timing records and no games management systems in and these are because Olympic qualifiers you have to meet all those standards and sana with me Then if you are, apart from broadcasting, a huge cost. Some of them we media, over broadcasting for multi sports. And on Yamina say, who media and 2 weeks match. I say, over broadcasting for 29 sporting disciplines. How much will it cost? Idea where you can find out. So if and also so then what about other logistics in terms of even cleaning the place from now to that games in the baby, you know, say it me then you cleaning you man be fine now Ghana for amount for how money aje. Apart from that, security a major issue. Security is a major issue you have to budget for. So who can budget and for is very, very
but the breakdown of $47.7 million operational budget, no, and also somebody are to parliament and him. Is parliament aware of the breakdown? Lump sum no parliament approval, man.
No, I don't know. First, the budget in our finance ministry.
Okay.
The finance ministry every year, some say every year be in 2023.
Sure.
Approve be 2024. Approve 2022. Approve be. Until the year month me approve. No matter say there's no anywhere in the world. A bank one is said or funded such a major tournament. So you need sponsorship. Until now, His Excellency Nana Dan Kweku Fado of Kasache no of companies multinational say we have this major event coming and we need you to support. And in terms of sponsorship, and you also get mileage out of the sponsorship. My colleague added to on Facebook who say Obiaye Adentina president. I saw President Abaso say, for a president to even spend time in making sure that Oba Kasache company say, Mumbua multimedia now Mumbua na say, Adia say host the entire Africa number no. And so Oba President Abaso no. You are rather criticizing the president. He doesn't even understand the benefits that the states stand to gain for hosting the game, because in Keomudia and Komosa they don't even care about sports.
But his other point, sir, and he made this other post and so three. I say Morocco spent 46 million euros in hosting the African Games in 2019. The Moroccan figure includes expenditure on infrastructure, sport equipment, transport, and all operational expenses. Boom, 46 million euros. Comparatively, bankrupt IMF bailout Ghana is spending $243 million. Ghana has already spent $195 million on infrastructure. Another $48 million is being spent on operational expenses in excess of what Parliament approved. Remember, when Australia withdrew its bid to host the 2026 Commonwealth Games on economic grounds, their economic conditions were nowhere near our current self-inflicted crisis. Essentially, now he was even expecting Zanki because he withdraw from this particular tournament. But also the amount now, and you've said it, say infrastructure 195, operational 48 million. That is way above the Morocco spending.
Obi, we now it's not factual. Number one, infrastructure no in South Morocco for budget no may have the figure that he mentioned is for operational, and it includes sports equipment. And at the end, it's the same thing. I'm telling you that you hosted 29 sporting disciplines. All these 29 sporting disciplines, you need to buy equipment for all of them. Basketball alone cost that we got from China, Taishan, was over $400,000. Just one sporting discipline to get the equipment. So every single thing that CD is going to be accounted for. And in the fear, say the budget has been bloated. No, he shouldn't have any fear, because he has the tools in Parliament to even ask for questions for us to bring the breakdown so that he can do his calculations and know everything. And he's not the finance minister to say that we don't if we don't they don't approve anything in Parliament. And he should know better. Say Parliament, when Parliament is approving budget, they also vote contingency fund for the Minister for Finance.
Sure.
That any time that there is any something that he want to spend out of what he has allocated to the agencies, he can go to
contingency. But in the post now all compare here to Morocco, no. he attached
the other thing now. I say Morocco situation is different from our situation in terms of sports infrastructure.
Okay.
Ghana cannot compare ourselves to Morocco.
Sure.
So Morocco might have all their infrastructure already ready before the games, because it wasn't even Morocco that was supposed to host. It was a different country. Okay. Then they failed to organize themselves. Then Morocco just stepped in to organize it. Why? Because they already have existing sports infrastructures. Go to Morocco and see. They already have it. But unfortunately for us, we as a country, we didn't have any swimming pool that meets Olympic standard. That have
and we had to build BBR from scratch. But I don't know what you would make of this document, because on one hand, I think you should clear the air on almost all the issues for. And you say he attached this document to the post. Now say analysis of official document, particularly financial ones, shows that the budget allocated to games amounts to 500 million dirhams, which is 46 million euros, which covers the cost arising from the following services. 1, redevelopment of sports facilities in the cities hosting the event, purchase of sport equipment approved by international federations, accommodation for participants and VIPs, internal and external transport for invited personalities and members of the AU and ANOCA, catering, opening and closing ceremony entrusted to foreign companies with a reputation in the field, telecommunications, i.e. internet line rental for broadcasting competitions, and also para-sporting activities, in particular the fan zone, and allowances for staff responsible for supervising games. He says the total of all of these, then they have 46 million euros.
Yeah, and the same. So if they in 2019, 46 million, and the same thing is what we are. The same requirement is what we are going to do, and that is 47 million US dollars. Then we are within the range.
Yeah, but sporting or say redevelopment of sports facilities in the cities.
No. It's not part. Maybe because they already have facilities already. It was just to go and just maybe just put the place in order. It's not to build a new facility. And I have the Moroccan budget. The infrastructure wasn't part. It's 46 million euros for operations. The Moroccan team is in Ghana. They are in Ghana.
Okay, and you would defend our budget and say a reasonable budget.
It's within the standard, because even Team Ghana, the Team Ghana, for now they've been camping, and they are camping. You need to put them in hotels. You need to transport them. You need to pay them per diem. You need to feed them. All those things are part of the cost. Just he has rightly mentioned. So all these cost lines are things that goes into this.
But if I should put you on the spot and say, everybody agrees, say your economy is not in a very good place.
Of course.
Really, why should we be hosting games?
There are huge benefits. Number one, be to host these games in 2018. And in 2018, the original idea was that once we have won, we needed to build an Olympic standard stadium, which is about 60,000 at Botiman. Then we also will add all these sporting facilities, aquatic center, I mentioned here, multi-purpose hall, we mentioned here, tennis court, I mentioned here, tracks and all those in the account. But unfortunately for us, immediately we won COVID-13.
Yes.
Then COVID-13, then the whole world shut down. Then we had opportunity again to start our preparation. Once we started the preparation, we then decided that because of the current condition, we are, instead of we rather adopt a hybrid approach. The hybrid approach meaning that the existing facility Lego and Sports Stadium now they abandoned and on the complete, then we'll use it to host it. Then we have gone to take facility loans. Okay, we have gone to take loans. We've started the construction. Then you come and say that we abandon it. If you take because we have started putting all this huge infrastructure, you have taken a facility to provide all this infrastructure.
Yes.
Then once you abandon this, it means you are even going to lose as a country. You are better off going ahead and organizing the games and then reaping the benefit that is associated with the games. And the benefit is not only during the tournament. It's going to provide a platform for sports infrastructure for the rest of the sporting discipline. Obi, Obia team Bia Ghana, our focus is on football. We have left all the other sporting disciplines. We don't have any track in Ghana that is satisfied for any athletics. Because of this, we are now having 3 tracks, 1 in Baltimore and 2 in University of Ghana. And these tracks are certified by the world body. These are the legacies that the games brings. Aside that, we are now getting an Olympic standard aquatic center that even after the games, the world swimming body can say, on person host to World Championship of Ghana.
This is it.
Yes. Okay. So the time that we have the Omega timing system, and this is the aquatic center. And you have the Omega timing system. And this timing system is the best, is the standard for worldwide. And so when you look at the short term and say, why are you putting this? You will not see the benefit. The benefit goes beyond this competition. We are now going to have opportunity of training more athletes and develop more talent for our country and create more jobs. A lot of people are going to then be able to come out and train and have career out of sporting discipline, various sporting discipline, unlike just focusing on football just because of this. And you know, as a country, we have competitive advantage when it comes to athletics. Because you know Benjamin Azamati, look at what he's doing in the US. A lot of last year alone, almost 19 to 23 athletes got scholarship to go to the US to go and study because of their timing that they got here in Ghana. So if we continue with this facility, we are going to get more people developing their talent and coming. And this force is also going to drive traffic. I just mentioned that over 13,000 people are coming. And these are the athletes and officials. We are not even talking about spectators. People are going to come here. They are going to spend money. All these countries coming here, they are coming with hard currency. It's going to help the economy to move up because they are going to come. We have banks. They will transfer their monies into the banks, and our currency is going to be also be a benefit from it. They are also coming to spend. If all these 13,000 people, each of them even spend $1,000 here, the benefit to the economy short term is huge. Aside this, once we finish, our vision is to ensure that you will position Accra or Ghana as the sports hub, where we use sports to drive tourism, sports tourism. And with these huge facilities we have done, the AU and the ministry, we have made a proposal to the AU that they should even declare Ghana as the African 2024 sports city, all in effort to drive the tourism, the sports tourism. And the AU have agreed, and they table it for our STC meeting. The agenda, the first item on the agenda is to take, for the ministers of AU, sports ministers, to take that decision. So there is a huge plan around this. Yes, it is huge investment, but there is also huge benefit that's associated with this investment that we are making.
What a lot of Ghanaians are worried about, yes, we see...
Let me come. Commonwealth Games. One Commonwealth, and I want my colleague to find out from Commonwealth Games. The British spent £1 billion to organize the last Commonwealth Games. And they should ask Africa Coast how much was spent for the AFCON. And this is just
around $1 billion.
Yes, this is just one sporting discipline. So because of our peculiar challenges, that is why we have limited. We have found innovative way of making sure that we don't spend that huge money by building a 50,000 or 60,000 stadium, which will cost over 600 million euros, and add other facilities and other things. Then we find an innovative way of doing hybrid, leveraging on existing infrastructure, completing them, and doing those we don't have now in country, so that we can still go ahead and host and reap the benefits.
But the challenge then, maintenance of what we see, because I recall, before ZAB hosted in 2008, we all saw our stadia beautifully done like this, and we know the maybe call. I think Overton, you made the point,
maintenance manual,
a maintenance unit at the NSA, routine maintenance of our facilities. That has not been done.
it's the NSA. We have established a maintenance unit. They have a maintenance unit.
Okay.
And the maintenance manual for all the facilities are available. They've done the maintenance manual for all the facilities. So it is the implementation that maybe we have to work on. But all these are there.
Maintenance manual
for all the facilities. Accra Sports Stadium have maintenance manual.
Why is it difficult to follow it?
So it is a challenge. But we, your friend say human nature.
Yes.
Say we keep on giving the NSA directive to ensure that they strictly adhere to the maintenance manual.
Or more the resources to do the maintenance. I think
of course. The facilities that we have, these are big facilities, and these are huge facilities that we can use to generate a lot of revenues to be able to maintain those facilities.
Yes.
And aside that, they also get some goods and services from budgetary allocation. So all those things coupled with the huge, if you go to Kumasi, the not in the stadium, every weekend people comes to rent the for funerals,
halls
for funerals and other things. Aside that, there are shops in all the facilities, not whether it is Accra or whether it is Kumasi or whether it's Tamale. So that there is no any excuse not for us to keep on.
You expect, based on San Niomana stadiums,
we should be able to generate.
The NSA should be able to generate money to maintain. Clearly, from what we are seeing now,
it's not up to the standard. They are doing their best, but it's not up to the. I must admit that it's not up to the standard. But as
minister, you are not satisfied with it.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied.
But nothing has happened.
We keep on pushing to ensure that we improve on what they are doing.
But the point is, the Amami Busas our question is, now we see this very beautiful. And if, say, various stadia, I had said yet here, we cannot trust the NSA with this.
Yeah, so we have a plan for these facilities. And these facilities, the long term is for us to establish a university for sports for development, where it will be one of the legacies that will come out of this African Games that we are hosting. But short term, we are going to get facilities managers to manage this.
Different from NSA.
Yes, different from NSA, private facilities managers to manage this facility.
But then we might as well extend concept to a stadium, no? Because some of us have said over and over again.
The reason why it sometimes is difficult to get private facilities managers for our stadium is because if the facilities managers come, the rate that they will be charging the clubs that will be using the stadium, the clubs cannot afford. Because the clubs cannot afford, and that is the major challenge. And we are working to ensure that we get more people to come to the stadium so that the clubs can make money and be able to pay the realistic fees to use the stadium. But that is not happening.
Because I was thinking, sir, when we have a private facility manager, na obetimi innovatively use stadium no other things they raises car. We can go into that gentleman's agreement and say, listen, government also exists for the people. In the clubs, in the about clubs, maybe at this range, and I'll be to me charge you get it, and then you use the stadium for other things. I'll be raising additional money, so you don't push all the burden onto the club. I think we can have that agreement.
Yes, we have tried that, and it doesn't make economic sense for to them.
Okay, Ekosi is saying so higher Sempa 94.7 FM. And as far as the games near concerned, Team Ghana, you're ready.
Team Ghana is ready. We have given the opportunity, a more opportunity. Bosumi Mienuni, they started their campaign at Cape Coast.
Okay.
And see, Yedomaba University of Ghana, and they are the first to start using the facilities that we have put up. The aquatic center, the swimmers are there, the athletics, the athletes are also there. So they are the first. All the Team Ghana team, they have opportunity to test the new facilities that we have put up. So they are training, and I'm very confident that they'll do well.
target as a country in terms of medals. Saying
what we know is that we are going to improve be what more than what the medals we got from
in Morocco. Morocco in your medals, baby.
Yes, Morocco in your medals.
Okay, it may be Obeshama, and then we get to know.
Let me check it.
Yeah. We get to know how much we are, and I say the number of medals I share for this particular tournament. The other thing, maybe once we are done with this, and they are about other general football issues, but there's one here which says, Obi, into way something again Honorable Okudzeto posted. Or say the LOC has duly confirmed my impeccable and incontrovertible findings that the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government is spending a staggering $48 million on operational expenses in hosting the 13th African Games. This figure is distinct from the 195 already spent largely on infrastructure. Or say I note from their press statement that they disingenuously avoid a response to the fundamental concern of proceeding to spend 602 million, which is 48 million, when Parliament approved 100 million Ghana cedis. And for operational expenses, no, I don't know, sir, Honorable. Unsa will say Omanpenyi lead fundraising effort be mamo. Sa fundraising effort, no, was it to raise money to add on to more operational budget?
Yes. It's a fundraising that we are raising to add on to the operational budget.
To the operational budget.
Yes.
It meaning say the Okudzeto Kawahan say Parliament approved just 100 million Ghana this for operational budget.
Yes, and
100
million non and but okay. What Okudzeto should know, and I know he knows, is even if it's being raised that the other balance now you're needing from corporate Ghana.
Yes.
And the finance ministry have contingency fund that they can go into, which that contingency fund was approved by Parliament. But unfortunately, he is not the finance minister, and the finance minister will not. I will not say take a budget that is not approved, and the finance minister will pay.
Okay, it means after the games, no, you go back to Parliament with a breakdown. Even when they call on you.
Yes, they will call on me. I'll give the actual expenditure. Every city is going to be accounted for. And even
you do that before the games?
Next week, I will be doing a statement in Parliament to give where we are in terms of operation, and also to tell the whole country how much we are spending. And also, if they demand breakdown, we give them the breakdown. They should do their own calculation.
Okay, Ekosi sense na higher Sempa FM. Honorable ma yen share other issues kakra because of time in end. Unim say sport the heartbeat of our country in about sport and sema amount for interest papa ewum. And let's do other issues and then we can make progress. Ekosi sense no wadwintra ubetimi the wadwintre abran your WhatsApp number very very active 0548 443 523 0548 443 523. Your WhatsApp number and 0548 443 523. Na yentie dia wo mayen ene ewie. Enti let me start. We in recent times don't him say because of the AFCON into football be a topical issue in our country. One thing from the conversations and media analysis from your sports journalists now, one thing that struck me and is for all the other sporting disciplines, omunyina share NSA aseno. So mo beko tournament bina omo ye budgeter. The NSA does the budget for that team ayeko ba eba football in Kwadi Ghana Football Association and it's something you've allowed to happen.
It's not true.
Okay.
Oh, say the boxing team almost call Italy.
Sure.
For Olympic qualifiers tournament.
Sure.
Almost budget by. You share budget no near share the bit me then.
Okay.
Near no mark say budget we ebia sa item we ain't me and I bet so. Say ni say better so. Near I agree. Your international games committee, which is chaired by my deputy. Almost sure now you agree near the call. The same thing applies to FA.
NSC, any NSC in a deba.
NSN Edeba.
That is for boxing, you know. NSN
all the other sporting disciplines.
Okay. NSN Edeba. And that's because the law mandates them to do that.
Yes.
But
then
football, yes,
football, no. Almost the budget neba. Almost fan NSN so. But the bar, we still go through the same process to ensure, say, whatever we can do, then we get approval from chief of staff before we can spend.
No, but the point is that if the law says the NSA should be the body doing that for football, for every other sport discipline, why should the Ghana Football Association be different?
It has been a tradition. A long-standing tradition of the Ghana
Which is
Football
an illegality, but against the law.
Ghana Football Association and the National Sports Authority, and we have sat on several occasions, and we have Makasa actually said this is the route that you have to take. But sometimes say tournament ni be do now say more national assignment, and that's why that's a country now participate. It also becomes a problem. So we try as much as possible to step in to do. But then they say works for the Ministry of FIFA and Sports.
Yes, I know. But I am thinking, sir, because there is a sports act, there is a law.
There's even a regulation now.
Absolutely.
We've done the regulation.
Absolutely. Which mandates the National Sports Authority to do certain things. Or more for other disciplines. It is a kokobase football and quadri different. Not just say we are creating a monster be unsure we cannot control. Well, why should the FA have a different way from the other sports disciplines? And people would expect say the minister in charge would not allow something like that to happen.
The budget that the GFA submit, and this has been a long-standing tradition.
Yes,
like I mentioned.
Yes,
they submit it to the ministry and copy the NSA. Then we'll then go through with them to agree what governments will be able to take. And once that is
going
done,
through with them, no NSA for
on some occasions, yes. On some occasions, the NSA is there.
But on occasions, our NSA encounter meaning say we are doing an illegality. Because again, and I say this because I watched Jamefe Commission proceedings, and I remember the commission was clear. Say we should go by what the law says. That the NSA should be the one doing the budget. Because a Kokoban is answer, then maybe you would also be spared from all the controversies of budget.
It's not normally now we have what we call the International Games Committee.
Okay.
Which the NSA is a member of the International Games Committee. Okay. So the International Games Committee, which is chaired by my deputy.
Your deputy.
Will go through, then report to us and report to me.
Okay, I understand you, but that's clearly a creation outside what the law stipulated. Maybe it's something you would have to watch. Again, on AFCON World Cup budget, again, it's a ritual. Say almost every tournament controversies ever.
Of course.
People feel say na transparency nim papa. In the tournaments, you need breakdown of the budget. We hear a composite figure out there after tournaments. Why is this still happening?
So Obekaya World Cup on the 4th November.
Yes,
we call Parliament. Echo a statement.
Okay.
And the Hansard is there for people to see. We make a statement. In my statement, I stated how much budget we are taking.
Okay.
And I gave breakdown of how much we spend if we go to the group stage, how much we are going to spend if we move to the group stage to 1/16th, how much we are going to spend if we are able to get to quarterfinals, how much we are going to spend if we go to semifinals, and how much we are spending if we get to finals. Then, after the tournament, then we buy and make another statement. Then I gave the actuals.
The actuals.
Because you are going for a tournament. There are a lot of things that will happen at the tournament.
Sure.
Then those things that happens is when you come back, then you know the actual expenditure. Yes. Then you can report on the actuals to Ghanaians. So even before the tournament, I did. Then on the AFCON, the recent AFCON, it was unfortunate that now your friends Parliament was on recess. And because Parliament was on recess, I didn't get opportunity to go to Parliament and do the statement and maybe do
breakdown.
That is the only reason why this time I didn't go before the tournament.
But after tournament, what commerce breakdown?
Yes, we are preparing to go.
Oh, you've not gone
yes.
For now.
Because of the African Games, now I've been caught up with a lot of this, and but I'm preparing to go to make a statement.
And will it be a statement to an urgent question? Our colleague be a filer and like ABR, our colleague be a filing urgent statement.
Sorry, I made that statement after the tournament. No,
Okay.
I made the statement.
You've made a statement in Parliament,
yeah,
with the breakdown.
Yes, with the breakdown.
Okay. The other thing would be say, it based on how we break down our coin. How much did we spend for AFCON?
It's $3 million.
$3 million. And no year. For the 3 matches I boy,
say, tournament. The players, unfortunately for us, all our players, amanoni. Into omunina, this auto business class.
Business class tickets.
Yes, for the national team.
For the players.
Yes, for the players.
And that's for the Black Stars.
For the Black Stars. All of them over to business class. I fly on Maba. So, fly on by no near don't call camping. Kumasi. Yes, I have a charter flight. Emma Omodi Omoko Kumasi.
Okay, from Accra to Kumasi.
And there's some hotel.
Yes.
And I'm waiting. Omoda.
Yes.
And I'm training.
Yes.
Also, you must have to per diem during that 2 weeks period. Now we camping.
Per diem for each player every day.
Because player be aba, if you better credit, a friend, family, or better say, Momo or money now per diem
every day. And then also, saying a day. Do we know?
It's almost. No, just to make check it, make cross check it because my first figures number. But whatever it is, it's per diem small. Players
na per diem so they all check here. That's per diem they also.
Then and there's an organized tournament in Namibia for influence and they say a campaign or South Africa.
Sure.
But now one of the reasons why FNE planning for South Africa now almost a friendly match with South Africa or Botswana. In fact, Botswana the crowd almost conclude the arrangement. But you who say Namibia for Ghana be campaign so Namibia for Hadia and the answer campaign because weather condition Africa's weather condition the same. Near Namibia there in Bo. Until Namibia Bono say na call for that friendly match. Until Namibia for Beko Kumasi yena say yena say a mom flights in and out. He try a flight a mom charter flight a court no born. Maybe I'm better than a mom and someone say buy. You say you call you call tournament tournament during that tournament period players deserve almost some per diem during that period. To per diem so they say it's your mom. Then after that extra calf one number beer sticky says a number way in you bet me to hotel.
That's about 50, right?
Yes. I have to cross check confirm the number.
Okay.
Number beer custom with you until some number no say Bruce number team no delegation Bruce say then utia extra accommodation utia extra accommodation
in the for numbers na calf efano and no calf will take care of from hotels. Calf take care of from aduane ombedi, right?
Until omo kono so no omo ko Ivory Coast and say charter flight.
Yes, from Ghana to Ivory Coast.
Omo we so what's a charter flight
when put so omo ma ha nti say bebre ko mo club
me bre ba ha
ana ebi mo ba ha
ba ku bi ana bi me pe na ekọ but omo nyina ba ha.
Nti you are saying say all those expenses no because if say number calf be fa na be 40 na say calf e fa hotel e fa omoduane ni nyina calf e fa
and transportation
any transportation good it is the extra na eguso no enya de be doso bia ana
and doso but sometimes say team no delegation no because some Omeko hotel say ABS omoda ho that's a hotel near $300 a night. That's even 20 and so every day bia
sure
until na me cost lines no
sure
until sa cost no so e ya dia and also ho e say otua and ye call nyankopon ancha de ye de mrebi to kwan mu say say Uber muko tournament say na. This say ye bibi say qualification bonus. Nti qualification bonus ni ye say so ye ko nanka ye ball 1 match pe. Ye ball 3 matches and 1 match enya 3 points say Ivory Coast. Omunya 3 points. But because third place bet we no some they qualify.
Yes.
Some once you qualify, we'll pay you the 3 matches. So we want you to qualify.
Sure.
So ukobo your friends and 3 matches. That's the who win even 2 games. That's the one qualifier. Yentua ohwe.
Yentua will be
bia. Inti yako Ivory Coast.
Yes.
Bonuses. Yentua bonuses bia mo bia.
The yentua bonus bia ma player bia. There was no bonus.
It is the only thing qualify.
The only thing that went to the players no
yes.
There was no bonus.
There was no bonus.
But if there was no bonus, then the 3 million is too much.
So you more breakdown now. You say every single thing that was done was paid. And as secondly, now you diomoka on a World Cup qualification bonus.
Yes.
Yes. And also you tuyama omo ansana omo koye.
Near the players qualification bonus. I know you're saying
$5,000
per player.
Per player. Na yabo World Cup and also near them cover two matches. Ye ntua. And now omo ba camp say ye the omo ka nti omo ko tournament in the end try say be den be tua omo bonuses na ma oni tua e tua ma omo.
We had to pay before the world before the tournament.
The tournament.
But the other thing is if I ask you what you think must change about your Black Stars and how much we spend on the team there, because 3 million, yes, I mean you can get the breakdown said but still 3 million for a tournament like this doesn't make sense.
Me statement of parliament and I can say we are going to me national dialogue na ye nyina obia o adwinbia no na the aba na ye nyina as a country you take a decision because sir it's difficult say adia ewo ho embre for the past your friends said 10 years blaster players ultra business class na mom now what ba say they say who be the economy and yen that's a difficult things to do apart from that some about some $5,000 per qualification if they win a match for qualification.
Yes.
No about so to 2,000 and yeah easy and yeah idea easy amount. But if as a country we do the national dialogue, then we take a decision. We communicate that if a player then you agree with what the country wants, then you have to comply.
Yeah, but some would argue, sir, President shipping the executive power ni be Eddie Amawa's minister to go and represent him in the ministry. And once you are there, no, so who identify problems it is your job to solve those problems. And I recall, sir, when you took over, one of the initial things was this whole bonuses neoma about there. And I remember saying in one of your interviews, Okawa has said, because this whole thing say yentua bonus per game by a qualification bonus. No? It's something you introduced.
Yes.
And what it means is that you could also have said, Charlie, $5,000 here too, you remember $2,000.
Who say change management?
Yes,
it's a gradual process. First, you can say more every match be about say call World Cup.
Yes,
you call Ghana, Portugal, you lose here. Ghana, South Korea. You win here.
Yes.
Ghana, Uruguay, and a Lucy. Bamonyashi. Bansanke previous arrangement, you know. Okay, we almost win Ghana, South Korea, no. Could be about $10,000. But we save the country per that arrangement. Now you're there to Jano. We in Chashia mom. Until a gradual process. Say anyway, new reform about it. Me first, I'm called ball friendly match. Just say omoji. Per diem and bonuses and all those. Nini so F no so HM say untimi ko friendly match. Now per se oji
per diem
and bonuses.
Okay, the mobile friendly match I am bonus, but we give them per diem. Okay.
But first no now omo friendly match na so mo win kura na so omo omo win I so omo bonus.
So even for a friendly match. And you are saying
a gradual process until this national dialogue it will be a platform for us to take a decision, holistic decision. Then
because I recall the time Omo organizes Safe Ghana Football demo no di Omo petition bre no. You promised them of dialogue. But I'm fix a date for it.
Because of these African games.
Okay, into maybe
after the African games, the dialogue will come. Because for now, our attention will be ticking all the boxes before the games, the people start arriving.
There is a growing perception, sir. Anytime any of our national teams here budget and even your federations, they struggle a lot to even get a fraction of more annual budget. But about Black Stars there, there seem to be money readily available for the Black Stars. I don't know how you can deal with the non-sonafe. Yes. Honorable, for about Black Stars, there is always money available. Other national teams, other federations,
it's not true. Even the federations, and the the boxing is going to Italy. We funded them, and they are going. Ghana Athletics, when they went to the World Champion in Hungary, the state funded them. Badminton, Omoko US, we supported them. We support almost all these sporting discipline.
Yeah, but the Black Queens had to threaten and say bonus.
Even Blaster, I just told you, say, when they came to campaign, near the Omoka, before AFCON, but they don't talk. So as I say, so and yes, say we are Omonka Sanity and the Omoka. Even 2 matches. Winning bonus, but they don't talk. They know that because any time we promise them we'll pay, we'll pay.
Apart from Sikaya, the state is making available, because when the budget comes, more Peruzu budget knows okay, say near the Bema or more, then Moji approval from Chief of Staff, and then we spend. Yenim said the Ghana Football Association so a corporate sponsorship drive. It me Edinyeska in the name of the national team. Says can I call him for? Do you know?
And the FA, we have called them to ask from what they do, but we said pram. The national teams also come. The junior national teams, under 17, under 20, under 23. In terms of campaign, they don't come to the ministry for funding
when they are camping.
Because sometimes now the policy is that we give them long period to camp. Long period. So, for example, under 17, as we speak, they are in camp.
Okay.
In Pram.
Okay.
The states, we are not giving the FA money to spend. So the monies that they are making from sponsorship and all those things goes to support what the FA is doing. But when the FA president comes, you can ask him these questions.
No, but the other thing is, again, because the FA in their sponsorship drive, they do it in the name of the senior national team. You understand? Which belongs to the state. It cannot be said the FA can take decisions. The
junior national teams who belongs to the states.
I know.
So if they raise money from the senior national team to support the junior national team,
yes,
I think so.
But I also think we should know how much they've gotten.
Yes, of course.
And how much they are spending. There should be some accountability.
They sent almost the reports about how much they've invested in the national team. They send their reports to the ministry.
And how much they got into it is a Mibusa say AFCON way, how much did the FA raise in corporate sponsorship? Do you know?
I know said they raised $400,000 from
corporate sponsorship.
Yes.
And no, it is with them to take care of the other national teams.
Not necessarily. Sometimes almost spend it on other apart from the national team, even the league and other things they also spend there. But that, like I said, when the FA come, that's where because the FA in their activities and their management of this in the national team, then what we give them, that's what they account for us. What they also get do in terms of mobilizing their own resources. When they come, you come. But what I'm telling you is that almost they bring reports to the ministry.
To the ministry. How do you react to the growing perceptions football people here a mafia. Now we minister now
it's not only football alone. Sports sector. And it's not only Ghana.
Okay.
From the top,
world over.
From
FIFA to
FIFA, CAF, and I just told you, say one of the reasons why the biggest challenge was a tango between Anoka, UXA, and AU.
Yes.
If only God knows what I have gone through to resolve it. The sports sector is a
crazy place. Crazy place. I get it. But what that also means is that then you should have somebody in dealing with football people, no? Obey strong, I firm. Do you have that?
Oh, I do. And those who have worked very closely with me knows that I'm not somebody that you can walk over. But if you are far from me, the fact that I disagree with you doesn't mean we come to the public to discuss our disagreements. We disagree to agree. So if you ask any of the federations, if you ask any of the people who have worked closely with me, they will tell you who I am. I'm very strong, firm but fair.
And can Ghanaians trust you? Say you can take on the football people and hold them in check.
Of course.
On behalf of Ghana.
Of course.
You bet me trust too.
Yeah, of course. You can trust me 100%, and that's exactly what I'm doing.
And how would you react when I say okay? Say ubetimi hold you in check, then you would not probably have approved almost $8 million budget for AFCON.
Oh, why? If they've made justification, and this justification for the past, even the players was looking for increment, then I said no. Even the last, before even my appointment as a minister, this is the amount of money that they've been taking in terms of bonuses.
Yes.
Why should I say no? And also, we also compared to other. I've also compared to other countries the bonuses structure of other countries, and I see that is what it is within the range.
But did you also compare how much other countries budgeted for the AFCON?
Of course, I checked.
Namibia less than 2 million.
No, it's not true. It's not true.
But how do you say it's not true?
We know what goes into football. When you play one match, for just one match for senior national team, you spend not less than $500,000.
One match at the tournament?
Yes, not at the tournament. Even
like all prepare for one match.
You spend $500,000. That's the
on
the
one
reality.
match.
Yes.
Into Okasena unim what other? Do you know how much Nigeria budgeted for the tournament, for example? And unim.
I know roughly because the minister is my friend, but I don't have the opportunity to put it out. No.
It is not the amount the media has reported.
No. We know what is happening. People will start creating their own websites and put figures there and tell you that go and check on website. That's not the reality.
Honorable, with the your friend is saying because ministry need major infrastructural apart from the with African Games, so 10 youth resource centers near there. At Chedodo, where are we now? You say my commission Koforidu which other ones now are ready?
Dunka Ofin, I ready. Wa also, and also I ready. And Azim. So I ready. Who? Adaklu.
Okay.
And then so I ready. Over last year's SIF match. Hokrana. Yeko Hokrana yeko.
Yeah.
And Doma Hikru or also I ready. Into aka four also. Your bumpire say a few years chassis. It may be before the end of the year. Aside that, the national sports stadium.
I said Doma, and I ready.
Yes, I
ready for use.
Ready for us to commission. Even the 4 now,
yes.
If we want to use it now, all the first phase are ready. But because second phase was for us to fence the facility, you need to fence them and all those. That's in the can't say you're ready. No, but even if you go now, they've installed the seating, the pitch. They've worked on the pitch, but because we have to fence and we have to add other facilities like basketball courts, like tennis courts, like that's why we said it's not yet ready.
Not yet ready. But for Ninehindi ready. But the other ones now, and they have not been abandoned.
No, it's not been abandoned. It's because of the challenges that we are going through in terms of funding. We couldn't Sika won at a go.
Okay.
Until I say the bit may the first batch for the second because now first and second project near first and second phase. First phase no normal you're almost ready.
Okay.
And the second phase no so normal not maybe not all the contracts have been signed.
Yes.
For all the second phase. Then we had challenges with some of the contractors, the second phase contractors, and the challenge has to do with the second phase contractors and the first phase contractors. And today, say resolve those challenges.
Okay.
So areas are near any challenges, we ask the contractors to continue.
To continue.
Then
the other ones will be done.
Yes.
Azuma Nelson Sports Complex.
Eka 4
Eka now, ready. And the announce was our challenge, maybe.
Yes, but we are resolving them. We have resolved them, and we are going to move to sites and complete them
for Azuma Nelson Sports Complex as well.
Okay. So there, Azuma Nelson and Yendi and Yini.
Okay. And there's one more, right?
And Navrongo.
Oh, the Ebi one Navrongo.
Yes.
I mean, in some of the 6 new regions, and aware the 10 regions.
6 regions, no.
Okay.
Answer.
Okay. The other thing, and I think we are there Ghana for be na kasafa home, and because amount for what's happening in other countries, and I remember say what kind time I woma cost items for budget, and say Sanda you hotel, Emma your teams na camp, especially the Black Stars. Some have said, say for a football country, it's unconscionable, say enembremu. Yeah, that's all spend discount hotels when we could have put up a multi-purpose sports complex hotels. I mean, people side here, also Mauritania and Morocco and all of those. So why don't we have something like that? I said that's one. Yes.
They say plan is to say Baltimore see we first phase tournament. The plan is to more at least 4 more pitches in Baltimore.
Okay.
Then we have a hotel standard hotel said so that all our national teams other facilities is there they can use if they want to swim as part of their training they can swim.
But no, there are no timelines. How do we hold you to it?
After first phase, maybe African Games and then we can
talk about that.
Timelines.
But in this say you call World Cup near then as FIFA for Ussif and then do you know where it goes to?
Oh yes, the
Eco Consolidator and as Eco FA4.
Eco FA4 no, but all the previous World Cup
yes.
First one Eco 2006. 2006. By FIFA scan by no. Eco FA4 no, by Abanji half.
Okay.
And our mama FIFA for FA4 no invest half no for this pram
and normally a pram center of excellence.
Central, yeah.
Okay.
Then 2014
yes
2014
yes. No 2010 say you call South Africa yes
and also no FA4 no nya scan ba omo no Abai G
that's for 2010 and you call 2014 Brazil
2014 Abai no Abai G and UCF for AFCON in 2015
and they prepare for AFCON 2015
so what I say
okay
and at 20
and yeah, 2018 in the next World Cup, which is 2022. Yes.
And also the Anubai no. Abana Aji the Sika UCF for World Cup tournament no. Yenya Sika yenya is about $7.9 million. Now a year $9 million. But FIFA 40
sure.
Kabiana FA4 no. Eddie. Ntomtiti no sky buy no na 9 point. About 7.9. Nti e buy no na sika ye say abuy no say ye for World Cup no na 5 million. Nti sa 5 million no ye gie and ye spend ye de call AFCON.
Yes.
And no 3 million ye de call AFCON.
Oh, and no 3 million ye de call AFCON Cote d'Ivoire. Not just say for all the
aka that 2 point something million no
yeah
FA4 no da ban na mo kwan say omo for in years sports of center of excellence omo for improving in your hotel ema pram
in TCC there is a budget for the FA
yes
to go and develop
the pram
and that will include building a hotel
yeah
pram and only instruction am the FA
yes and you design the instruction is almost form design no be ambra na me approve once me approve they'll go ahead and develop it.
Oh, and that's $2.something million, right?
Yeah.
And it's available for them.
It's
but what it means is that so far all the World Cups are yakono. Apart from 2006 a pram project, all the other World Cups first can
it's can until President Kufuor time near mom will be no the pram and President Kufuor do time. And there are some more be say hotel
and redevelop it. But apart from say FIFA Goal project need different from World Cup
FIFA Goal project.
FIFA Goal the end scan buy and the FA straight. And they decide what to use with the money.
I don't know FIFA for na so.
Sure.
And no FIFA for na they report to FIFA on that. They don't report to the government.
Oh, okay. Honorable, minim say uwo nioma bebre na wasa ukokoye. Enti would wrap up. But my final question to you would be say, yeah, Ghana Premier League Division 1 League near the Oshebi. Oshe Ghana Premier League. But are you? Yeah. But are you excited? Are you excited by what you see, Sawasha?
I'm not excited because of the attendance of
Amanfo
Stadium. No. Nti ade a mesumi ye de boa ne say my friend Galka mpenifo.
Okay.
And my friend F mpenifo.
Okay.
And my friend Division 1 and Division 2 mpenifo say many national service for akasa. Say me hu say class no bebre ho a omo human capital no yeah very weak in terms of even branding of the club, making sure they say accounting, proper bookkeeping and all those things no form. Until we what idea ban bit my ya born and say you bit my mom opportunity to request for national service personnel in the specific field I'm here now and also by a ban bit national service for no car no with my boa clubs no. I'm almost so much me almost my structure clubs no clubs no imagine nice. IT personnel, content creators and all those things almost me
national service people no would be
launch here.
Okay.
Launch here last year.
Okay.
Clubs now started taking advantage.
Okay, and you see and national service personnel are posted to the clubs to help with Sanya. But say so far in far results, Papa BMI.
Say after
Obia sending me a video of resource center who be Independence Day last year, no? And the states in Shada honorable. I don't know if the Unya the latest way, but the report park in a full portal.
Reporter ba say after the commission, even though you see no na young commission.
Okay.
After na field expert no ombeko no masako CC.
I mean you said you've seen this video the current state no right?
Yes.
Because it doesn't look good.
Obia senama me. But in terms of facilities no be bia ready. That's the fact.
Hey, India no say mo commission we are and no mo hand over ma NSA ana.
No, National Youth Authority NYA and they funded and no more funded.
Yes.
Omo commission we na omo no any local assembly no and be manage for some time because omo the musica and nti na NSA for no so support it. But in terms of revenue be no National Youth Authority for
oh, okay.
But yeah, we are also open for private facility managers for that.
Ecosystem.
Almost set up academies. You say Juventus for other set up academy of Ghana. And other class person set up academy. This youth resource center, we are open to get such partnership. See hostels, attach.
Okay, no more use.
They are developing more talent in those facilities.
Honorable, when your tenure as sports minister is over, What do you think will be your legacy for Ghana sport? Or legacy by then?
In fact, number one will be the successful hosting of these African Games. Because African Games started in 1965. 65 years after inception. Ghana has never had opportunity of hosting it.
Yes.
And to put the infrastructure requirements for such a mega multi-sports event is not an easy thing. So my prayer is, once it me win successful, something that I'll be so proud of is being able, as a sector minister, given the opportunity by His Excellency the President, being able to organize, put the team together for us to host the entire African continent. Then also my collaboration and partnership with the agencies to increase the number of sports facilities to the communities. These AstroTurfs that are springing up in our various communities is something that I'm so proud of, because growing up, we never had such opportunities. We play in Sakura, ball Sakura football, Sakura Park. But we say almost every constituency now have an AstroTurf, and we are going to ensure that every constituency will get
one.
Then aside that, the e-ticketing. Just called ticket.
Yes.
They say what you them me ato ticket. Now you see momo etua. Now the ticket na asenama phone so now they are show match. You make entrance to the sports stadium very stress free, and also idea yetimia I'm so proud of. Then aside that, the national youth youth policy yetimia launch youth policy launch implementation plan idea I'm so proud that we've been able to achieve.
Okay.
Then the National Sports Authority Act, the regulation, since 2016 that the law was passed, there was no regulation. I've been able to work to get the regulation in place. So I'm so proud of what we have achieved together. Then yesterday, we passed the anti-doping law bill in Parliament.
Okay.
Ghana never had anti-doping. But because of these African Games, the benefit that is coming, we have been able to work around the clock to get the anti-doping bill passed. We are waiting for the president to sign the bill. Then it becomes law, which will be good for clean sports. For clean sports. And WADA, that's the World Anti-Doping Body, and the Regional Anti-Doping Body. They are all proud of what we have achieved. So in terms of what I'll be proud of, there are a lot. But these are about a few.
Honorable, who take you over as sports minister? So, what kind of Jamefe Commission report? No?
Oh,
you read it?
Yes.
Back to back.
Back to back.
It is in there somewhere. Say the state should not sponsor supporters to tournament.
Yes, the state should, but the state should not do. But we should raise support from corporate institutions to be able to take supporters. They are not saying we shouldn't take supporters.
In Côte d'Ivoire, what did we do?
We raise money. That's what I said. We got some funding from MTN. MTN supported us for Qatar and also supported us for
Côte d'Ivoire. In the $400 now you treat supporters. Now every day and answer them.
No, it was the whole period.
That money
for the feeding.
That money is not part of the your friend is saying $3 million budget. No. $3 million now. And so that cannot be from MTN. Then it means that you're from the state, right?
No, I mean say the MTN the buyer no say the count. No, the editor your friends say supporters not few supporters said more coach here up no. And also the MTN the minor and the
it supporters saying the Omokoye.
The supporters 500 and a coy.
500 supporters from Ghana.
And a business other supporters so ebe joining on their own arrangement. With accommodation and tickets to go to the tournament.
In the way you're kind of saying bonuses for per diem for players, and they had the cash need to your mom. And I said, Mojai. Mojai cash payments, you know.
I don't know. You say you see check. You mom check.
Oh, to the players for per diem, no. Now per diem they all command the checks, eh? Obviously they cash.
Na so who knows see enjoy. Who knows see enjoy.
Wow. Anyways, it my yenhwe na yemfa in yebusa medal for Morocco. Meaning say when Morocco
you call Morocco no you 13
13 medals.
2 gold, 2 bronze and
the Academy
silver. 2 gold, 2 silver and 9 bronze.
9 bronze. In the 13, that is the way your target by saying no.
Our objective is to improve on this performance.
Because having spent
Obama
no, but the point is that having spent this match, we cannot do 13.
And of course, and also giving them even more time to train. Giving them, they've never had such a period of training and being in camp and we spending money on them to ensure. So we expect more from them. And they've assured us that they will deliver. And more especially also knowing that it's going to be Olympic qualifiers, they have to put in their best so that they can go to Olympics.
Honorable ma yenhwe na yemfansi yemrening team me wo ensem bebre na abusa, but I think ye behwe de yes na watimi akwakoto awu adwuma me da asen so be o me say na wo ho nhye da emfa, but you made time for us. Thank you so much. We wish you well. And we wish Team Ghana so very, very well. Ede asama. Hey, unim obi say ma musa we dia ma me ma wonko. Winneba Sports College. Winneba wakoho.
Makoho.
How many times?
Oh, Makoho 3 times. Last month Makoho.
What's the state?
The state is not good, and I've engaged the authorities.
Okay.
Say we have to restructure it to the new policy direction.
Okay.
The boss say we need to restructure it to meet the standard. But the accommodation side is not bad. But in terms of facilities, their sports facilities, we have to improve on them.
Winneba Sports College. What is it being used for?
The trainee officials and athletes, tennis courts, there's 8 tennis courts. Man for training on tennis. Even some of them, they are part of the Team Ghana tennis team. They go there to go and train. Football field and also use for training. Then training coaches as well, officials and coaching and other officials as well. All those trainings.
But how is supposed to be an academy for the country?
It's supposed to be.
Yes.
And now pass it through.
Some of these under 20 guys.
Under 20 guys. Most of them pass through Winneba National Sports College. Winneba.
Wow.
Club, football club.
Windy Bay, right?
Windy Bay, yeah. Almost first division. So they, yeah.
And it belongs to the state.
It belongs to the state.
Hey, and the highest I know. I don't know. I was say more edumaye. Inti Sisia. I remember say one of the a year Save Ghana Football for no more request here say team na if any put it together someone share the next Black Stars coach no disband this our team na yenhwe to new manwie. I don't know say one any report technical report ni bibia from the tournament monsanka bibia
so before somebody form team no.
Yes.
Catch them. Catch say on common to boss nanka yembra na the report by na but now the team no committee na to judge that.
Okay.
So we to judge until more kasa the report ba.
Okay.
And a petition so yensaka.
Okay.
Until we are working on it to ensure say petition no issues no more we resolve them. But what the FA also think they say national assignment ahead of us.
Sure.
Because we have very important
qualifiers
World Cup qualifier with Mali top country.
Top country.
When it comes to football.
It's true.
So we need to also be getting ourselves prepared. So these are things that we need to decisions that we have to take. And I think say we need to have a technical team that will start preparing before this major encounter.
And that technical team should not necessarily be say coach. Maybe we can put an interim team together.
My belief is whatever technical team we are going to get, we should give the person not less than 3 years.
Okay.
We should have a long-term plan for this country. And I want to appeal to Ghanaians that whoever we are going to, this changing of coaches will not help us.
And why? But those decisions are not taken by the ministry. They are taken by the FA.
Yeah. So, and I will say, so right now, we have indicated that to the FA that we want now a technical team that they are going to put in place. We should ensure that we are getting a technical team that will not be there less than 3 years. If possible, 5 years, so that we have a plan. Look at Senegal coach. The coach, he has been there more than almost 6 years. And he started, you come to the low side and go to the high. He will get used to the players and they will bond together as a team and he will understand the players.
But did you make this clear to the FA? Because you have got 2 AFCONs under you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate.
Yeah. It's really sad. It's really sad. I mean, the result of the Black Stars under your watch has not been.
Whatever you do, when the Black Stars don't do well, it will just wipe up all your efforts. It's something you probably would have to pay attention to. There's this thing you have to clarify for us. FA for the budget ba, na mu go through the process approval. Na mu kana. How is it done? Like mu diskanema FA no. We don't.
How do you do it?
We don't give the money to the FA. We wait. We have a purse holder from the ministry and an internal auditor from the ministry that will go with the team to go and make sure that whatever expenses that they are going to do, they spend. We don't give the money to the FA. We don't.
And the purse holder and the payment.
The payment.
Now or the receipt.
Or the receipt about for auditing.
That is what you came to meet.
That's what I came to meet, and that's what is going on.
Côte d'Ivoire one kasa ko hobby
because but unfortunately na me Oluman see appoint me sir
wo sign by in the one che wo ho
man check but last match Mr. Koy.
Oh, okay. It is apart from football people, no, it is our per diem mamutua for players nko.
Yeah, players and the team, the entire team.
The entire team meaning what?
Technical team, the coaches, the physiotherapists, the doctors, the mashua, the
Black Stars management committee.
The equipment, they are not part.
It is a woman minister who call her.
Maybe can't. Ntiskano say boy anache say I want to minister so we need
anyways
I'll blame no nyina.
Yeah. I mean you be sign so Edin Komobio. Why? We wish you very, very well. Why?
But obi me person me gina o fidie so na me appeal to the entire country. Say they should support us in this time, especially when we are hosting the entire Africa here. The AU commissioner in charge of these games, they have already arrived, and everything, they are satisfied. We went round with them. They've gone through all the facilities, and they are more than happy about the progress we have made in terms of our provision of facilities for the games. The games village is also ready, but it's not going to be open until say on the 2nd, when all the countries that are going to participate in badminton and also table tennis will get the opportunity to check in.
Okay.
The other countries will check in on the 7th, on the 5th to 7th. Then the other athletes will join them. Then on the 8th, the opening ceremony will come. We need the support and want to appeal to all Ghanaians to support this, especially corporate institutions and multinational to come as a way of sponsorship.
Yes.
Because we are anticipating that we will get more than 2 billion viewing online and TV viewing. And GBC, which is our state-owned broadcaster, is going to be. They are the official broadcaster for this
for the
tournament. They have partners in terms of broadcast production and everything, but they are the official broadcaster for the tournament. So we are appealing to everybody to support us.
Yeah, that's it. So o conference who say akobi o.
Ya me aduma.
To we need primaries no.
Me call no
post. Hey. And they were tough.
Me Crawford
very well. All the that's it. Bibi any
that's it.
Very well. Ekosi sense higher sempa 94.7 FM. Moma yentie we, and then we'll wrap up. The sports team will take over. Now, the live commentary in the Ghana Premier League. Kumasi